is one major reason that houses are expensive in the US because 99% of new houses built are McMansions. I live in a neighborhood of small, single-family houses. When the builder finished our development, he started another one nearby. But these are all huge homes on big lots. I asked him why he wasn't building more entry-level homes. He said it is less work for him to build one expensive house than 4 small ones, and the overall profit is a lot bigger. Giant house plus tiny lot equals maximum profits. In San Antonio, they are building tiny homes, only about 20 feet wide on very small lots. Still, the asking price is $150K. Local building codes dictate the minimum size of homes, how close homes are together. Home builders operate within these rules to maximize their profit. If you want affordable homes, you need to convince your neighbors and local government to allow them to be built. They are usually not built because people fear cheap houses will bring the wrong types of people to their neighborhood and/or drag down property values. No. Even smaller townhomes are still wildly expensive. It's the opposite. Demand is high, so even people with quite a bit of money are finding it hard to get a house where they want. So developers chase that segment. As supply increases and prices lower, they will target other segments as well. Even these expensive houses serve to increase supply, though. It's good they are being built. Each one is still one less person with money that may have settled for an older house, so cost goes down overall. But in most areas we need a lot of new dense homes to really tackle the supply crunch. It is the land that is expensive. McMansion usually refers to the style of large, cheap materials, empty homes built in the early 2000s. 2008. They were built large and cheap because people pay for area and rooms. It's really easy fast to build because you lay a slab, a crane throws up some pillars, and then all the fit out is cheap. It's a lot of empty space in that house. Downside is these types of builds are very expensive to maintain. Lots of heating, cooling, insulation was typically not great or even there. The materials in construction start falling to bits after about a decade, which requires constant upkeep and renovations. A McMansion is usually sold cheaper than a conventional build because it requires a huge amount of repair work. It is part of the mix, I think, but as much a result as a cause. The cost difference in building a McMansion instead of a bungalow is less than the price difference. People only build affordable housing, in quotes, because, in constant dollars, even the affordable stuff is more expensive than houses. When my wife and I bought ours, which was vastly more than my parents' or grandparents' when local regulations require them to do so as a condition of getting zoning permission. Other parts involve corporate landlord companies buying up all the housing stock, and wealthy people, including foreign oligarchs, buying property to park money in ways it can't be easily taken. No. Other things not mentioned, condos. Millions and millions of people live in condos, and there are thousands of condo buildings being built right now. They want to maximize square footage because that's what they can sell. Multiple reasons why housing is so expensive in the US, chief among these, in my view, is real estate speculation, or treating real estate as a financial instrument rather than a stable commodity. Hedge funds, REITs, offshore investors have completely upended the housing market. Many housing units are taken out of the supply pool by making them short-term rentals or leaving them vacant altogether. Buyers have to compete with cash inspection waiver offers that are frequently over asking price. Relatively few new residential construction homes are McMansions over 4,000 SF. Most are either multifamily or large tract freestanding homes around 2,500 SF from production builders. I feel like most homes that are 2 bedrooms 1.5 baths are going to be condos, townhomes. Euclidean zoning laws are to blame. It's a reason why we have only SFH or very large apartment complexes now. Check out Strong Towns on YouTube as it goes into great detail on how screwed up our zoning laws are. The demand is clearly there for big houses because they don't sit empty and prices keep climbing. It's far more profitable and efficient to build a big house for big profit as opposed to 3 small houses for small profit. As usual, the free market and capitalism filters upward. Regardless of the size of the house, they all need permits. Well and septic permits or sewer hookup permits. They all need building permits and routine inspections. They all need electrical wiring and plumbing. And they all have zone regulations based on what lot they're put on and how it's zoned. And some places even have impact fees where you have to pay a fixed price just to break ground. There's a lot of red tape. Most of those costs are very similar regardless of the size of the house, and all those processes take time and cause a house to take a period of time to build. The house might take 6 months to build, regardless of whether it's 1,400 foot squared or 3,000 foot squared. But the profit margin for the builder on a 3,000 foot squared house is a lot higher than a 1,400 foot squared house, and it takes about the same amount of time for them to build them. So as long as there are buyers buying, the 3,000 foot squared house doesn't make financial sense for the builder to build a small home. The different phases of construction have a lot of downtime while they're waiting on other crews to do their thing. Framing a house that's 3 times the size might just take a couple extra days, but all the downtime in between is the same for every size house. When you factor in all the people making a living building a house, including the construction crew, they have to maximize their profit margins to make it a viable salary for everybody. The only large things that can be built that are justified and to provide affordable units to people are multi-story buildings like condo buildings and apartment buildings, but most county regulations won't let them be built. If you want this to change, start going to every county meeting you can and voting on what you want. It's possible to get an affordable house, but it's involved. Short version. Find lot with well and septic permits and perk permits on file. Find a kit house you like, the Bluff City Ranch from 84 Lumber. Find a builder that needs dirt and decide house to work on, the hard part. I paid $14,000 for my acre on a mountain. The kit house was $34,000 in 2017. The builder cleared the trees, sold the wood, and excavated the basement and took the dirt to another site he was building. Took 7 months, turnkey $. When finished was $234,000. It was 1,500 SQFT, basement had 9-foot ceilings, and it had a 24 by 28-foot garage, 3 bedrooms, granite counters, plank vinyl floors, large 18 by 24-foot deck, wood-burning fireplace and central HVAC AC heat, on an acre 2,500 feet from a river off the floodplain, 500 plus feet up. No, because even the older, smaller homes being sold are crazy expensive. There are thousands upon thousands of 2-bedroom homes being built in Florida. They are more in demand than 5-bedroom homes, I agree. 95% or higher of new homes being built around me are huge. 4-5 bedroom, 2-3 bath, 2-car garages. When we bought a home 5 to 6 years ago, we bought a modest starter home that was built in the 60s, 3 small bedrooms, 1 2-bath, 1-car detached garage for $120K. Obviously, this was before interest rates skyrocketed, but we weigh about $900 for our escrow. At least where I'm at, a bare lot is $300,000, so no. It's not the house, it's the land.